Thank you for having me on the 4th of July. In the U.S., we like to celebrate the 4th of July in the most American way possible. Thank you. Thank you. We like to celebrate our American Independence Day with some sausages from Poland, some beer from Germany, and then we shoot off Chinese fireworks, all on grass that was cut by Mexicans. Most American way to celebrate possible. My wife is Georgian. I'm American. We have a daughter. She's Georgian, except when we get to passport control. She is American. She is Georgian with an escape plan. She's Georgian with a way out. She's got that blue passport. Like me being American, my wife being Georgian, we want our daughter to be fully bilingual. We want her to speak both languages fluently. So I speak to our daughter just in English, and my wife and all her family speak to our daughter just in Georgian. And I still don't think she's going to learn Georgian because Georgian women and guys, like, do you ever listen to a Georgian woman talk to a baby? It's not Georgian. My wife and all her family, they're like, Lao, Sikwaluli, Lugulhal, Kakachinto. I'm like, what's that last one? Like, she wants to squeeze her. I'm like, no, don't squeeze my baby. To help our daughter learn both languages, I told my wife, okay, so let's do this when we give her a bath. Let's say the names of her body parts while we wash them. See, watch me do it. I said, okay, watch. Gonna wash your arm, your shoulder, and your elbow, and your forearms, and your wrist, and your hands. And then, hey baby, we're gonna wash your legs, and your knees, and your calves, and your shins, and your feet. My wife said, I can do that. Gonna wash your heli, da heli, da heli, da heli, da pechi, da pechi, da pechi. When we first moved back here, my wife and I, we lived abroad. We moved back here, and she introduced me, like we went to visit all of her friends. We went to visit her friends, her family, and we came back home, and she's like, oh, what'd you think of my friends? I said, your friends are lovely. You have very nice friends. But why do they all have the same names? She's like, what? It's like, yeah, all your friends are Tamuna, Mariami, or Nino. Every single friend. She's like, that's not true. And she's right, because what I didn't know is every name in Georgia is so many names. I thought there were 3, Tamuna, Mariami, and Nino. No, I was wrong, because Tamuna is also Tamo, Tamo, Tama, Tam, Tami, and Taco. That's so many names, and then we get to Mariami, Mari, Masha, Maro, Manika, Mako, and Mariko. And of course, Nino, so many nicknames. Like everybody in here is either friends with a Nino or their name is Nino. Or they're not very nice. Everyone knows a Nino. But what I didn't know is Nino is also Nini, Nia, Nina, Nin, Niniko, Ninutsa, Ninutsi, Ninia, Ninako, Niako, Ninsho, and Ninka, but not Nana. Nana is for Manana, and so is Nana, Nuka, Mano, Naniko, and Nano. I'm not done. Let's get to the guys' names. Every family, mine included, has an Irakli, a David, and a what? Say it again. Georgi. Yes, of course they do. But Irakli is Ika, Kako, Ikako, Kaki, Akaki, and Koko. David, Dato, Data, Dati, Datuna, Datiko. And I need to catch my breath, because here comes Georgi. Georgies, Giojora, Goga, Gia, Giga, Gagi, Gaga, Gaguna, Gialo, Gago, Giguna, Gegi, Gege, Gegi, and Gigo. And I'm forgetting 10. I do respect Georgians. Like, I've been here for a while, and I especially respect Georgians that survived the 90s. I give you so much respect. You survived the 1990s. It was a really hard time. My wife went through that. And I think that people that survived the 90s don't ever run out of anything. Okay, here's what I mean. I told my wife, I was like, hey, I'm getting pretty low on body wash. She's like, Mom, give it to me. It's full. It's like, well, what about the dish soap? We need more dish soap. She's like, nope. I was like, you just fill it with water? She's like, yeah, it's good as soap. I think the product that gets the most work from my wife is her hand cream. Like, I told my wife, I was like, hey, it's okay now, you have a job, I have a job, we can afford to buy you some more hand cream. Like, she had twisted the hand cream so much that there was no more writing on it. It's like, I'll buy you some hand cream. She's like, no, there's lots of hand cream. I was like, are you sure? I can't read it. She's like, no, there's lots of hand cream. See? And there's lots of hand cream. I have too much hand cream. Another difference between Georgians that survived the 90s and foreigners that did not, one of the big differences is got to be how we eat chicken. The way we eat chicken is very different. If my wife and I are having chicken, you look at my plate, it looks like a dead chicken. You look at her plate, just bones. Nothing on them. My plate looks like a murder scene. Her plate looks like an archaeological dig. You could put numbers on those bones and reassemble a chicken skeleton. Like, even when we eat the chicken, it sounds different. I eat the chicken, it's like, she eats the chicken, it's like, I told her, like, why do you eat chicken like that? She's like, I lived through the 90s. I remember no chicken. She's like, why do you eat like that? It's wasteful. My mom raised that chicken. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great time.